Now, if you've been keeping up with the Ultimate Fighter, they had a Gook in there, which all them Edomites just plainly hated the Gook. But he lost the last fight to Johnson, which is a Jake. Now, there's 2 Jakes in the finals. They're going to fight tonight, which I'm not going to be able to see it because it's a Sabbath. But I'll see it, the next day. But I'm going to be taping it, right? So the next guy that's going to be the new Ultimate Fighter is a Jake. You got the heavyweight as a Jake, Issachar. Light heavyweight, Jake. Brazilian, Asher. Well, Anderson Silva is a middleweight. Then you got welterweight, which is what's his name? GSP. That dude's a Jake. He looks like an Edomite, but he's a Jake. All the people that he hang out with are Jakes, man. And he's cool with everybody. He has the spirit of a Jake. So Jake is dominating that thing that you Edomites set up for yourselves, that you were going to dominate, that Jake couldn't get into. Now, if you set that octagon up and you put ice in there, then Jake, Jake don't like fighting in the cold. They don't like doing anything in the damn cold. But you made it, you made it where it's not too hot. It's just a ring. That's what Jake does that, man. Back when I was a kid, that choke thing, that ain't nothing new. Back when I was a kid, we used to call that? We used to call that yoking a nigga. Oh, he yoked him. And then if the guy had a problem, you actually put him to sleep. Go ahead.
It says, the pride of thine heart has deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground?
Yeah, so keep that pride up. Keep that pride up, man. Now, go from there to the book of Isaiah, the 13th chapter, and start from the 5th verse. All right, go ahead.
Isaiah chapter 13, verse 5. They come from a far country, from the end of heaven, even the Lord and the weapons of his indignation, to destroy the whole land. Howl ye, for the day of the Lord is at hand. It shall come as a destruction from the Almighty. Therefore shall all hands be faint, and every man's heart shall melt. And they shall be afraid. Pangs and sorrows shall take hold of them. They shall be in pain as a woman that travaileth. They shall be amazed one at another. Their faces shall be as flames.
Now, this is Isaiah actually seeing a vision of the United States being destroyed and writing it down. The Most High had it where it was like a close-up on certain of their faces. So he saw them people dying. He saw little babies dying. Go ahead.
It says, behold, the day of the Lord cometh cruel, both with wrath and fierce anger, to lay the land desolate. And he shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it. For the stars of heaven and the constellation thereof shall not give their light. The sun shall be darkened in his going forth, and the moon shall not cause her light to shine. And I will punish the world for their evil, and the wicked for their iniquity. And I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease, and will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible. I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man than the golden wedge of Ophir. Therefore I will shake the heavens, and the earth shall be removed, and shall remove out of her place, in the wrath of the Lord of hosts, and in the day of his fierce anger. It shall be as a chased roe, and as a sheep that no man taketh up. They shall every man turn to his own people, and flee every one into his own land.
And that's what they're doing. These other nations that came over here to try to make it economically, ain't no money in America no more. So what are they doing? They're going back to their homeland. Go ahead.
Everyone that is found shall be thrust through, and everyone that is joined unto them shall.
That's you, Uncle Toms. You Jakes that join the military. You Jakes that try to keep America up. You're going to go down right along with this Edomite. Go ahead.
And everyone that is joined unto them shall fall.
And that also includes all you sellouts. Guys like Comfy, Bubble Eye, Blackfish, and the rest of you clowns. You're going to be joined unto them. And you're going to be destroyed with them. If you go on this guy Comfy's site, if you go on his actual site, his newest video, he's talking about this guy, what's his guy, Long, Bishop Long, Eddie Long, Herbie Long, whatever the hell his name is, Eddie Long. He's talking about him. That's played out, man. You ain't going, you're not going deep You know, you're keeping the masses that are them dummies that are following you, them zombies that are following your ass. You're keeping them asleep. You ain't going deep on nothing, man. You know the deepest. If you go on YouTube and you look up Israelite, Hebrew Israelites or Black Hebrew Israelites, the deepest group out there is GMS. You get everything, man. These Edomites, these scholars, and these pastors and these ministers that call us Stan Johnson. That's one of them, man. He had mentioned that America is found in the scriptures, and he called off about maybe 8 scriptures, and they were scriptures that we go into. I said, how do you know all that? Because he watches us. But they're not going to say, well, I got this from GMS. Alex Jones watches too. That's why he made a statement last week. All that stuff about a man coming from heaven to come down and save you, Daddy, I'm not thinking about that. Where do you think he got that from? He got that from us. Go ahead.
It says,
and then one of the brothers, the Benjamite brother, called him, and Jones had him on the show for about a good 5-6 minutes, and he basically told him that he was a Gadite because Jones said that his father, he asked him, what is your father? You know, because he told him that he was an Edomite. He said, well, what is your father? He said, well, my father is a North American Indian. I think he said Cherokee Indian or whatever. So the brother told him that he was an Israelite, but it went in one ear and out the other. Here this guy trying to restore America. You're not going to restore America, right? America is done. It's finished. Babylon is on its last leg. Go ahead.
everyone that is found shall be thrust through, and everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword. Their children also shall be dashed to pieces before their eyes. Their houses shall be spoiled, and their wives ravished. Behold, I will stir up the Medes against them, which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it.
Yeah, the Mede, one of the Medes that we just saw, Putin, he's a Mede. Even though he's an Edomite, he's referred to as a Mede because he's living in the land of the Medes, which are Japhet. Go ahead.
Their bows also shall be their bows also shall dash the young men to pieces, and they shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb. Their eyes shall not spare children. And Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldees' excellency, shall be as when the Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. So
when you go to Genesis, the 19th chapter, you read the account when Sodom and Gomorrah was destroyed, and it said Abraham looked from afar off and saw the smoke rise up. So the Most High is comparing the new Babylon, or the daughter of Babylon, or America, to Sodom and Gomorrah. So the way this place is going to be destroyed is through thermonuclear destruction, the ICBMs. All right, go ahead.
It shall never be inhabited, and there shall neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation. Neither shall the Arabian pitch tent there, neither shall the shepherds make their fold there, but wild beasts of the desert shall be there, and shall lie there, and their houses shall be full of doleful creatures. And it says, and owls shall dwell there, and satyrs shall dance there.
In other words, we don't have to read anymore. It's talking about the only inhabitants of the new America is going to be these desert creatures. Okay, you got more? All right, go ahead.
It says, and the wild beasts of the island shall cry in their desolate houses, and dragons in their pleasant palaces, and her time is near to come, and her days shall not be prolonged.
Oh, well, read that again. Read that again. That scripture did not apply to the time of Isaiah writing it. It didn't apply to the time when the Lord was on the scene. It didn't apply to the time of the Middle Ages or medieval times, all right, which was about 1100 A.D. It applies to right now. That's why the scripture is being read right now. Read that again.
It says, and the wild beasts of the island shall cry in their desolate houses, and the dragons in their pleasant palaces. And her time is near to come, and her days shall not be prolonged.
I didn't say it. This brother didn't say it. Who said it? the father said it. The father said it. Go ahead.
Because you said it's applying to these times. Well, this proves it too, because it's talking about the white man's kingdom. This is Jeremiah 49 and 17. Because if you notice in the scriptures, there's only two places that has that judgment as the same as Sodom and Gomorrah, Babylon and Edom, and those two linked together. So this is Jeremiah 49 and 17. Also, Edom shall be a desolation. Everyone that go by it shall be astonished and shall hiss at all the plagues thereof. As in the overthrow of Sodom and Gomorrah and the neighboring cities thereof, said the Lord, no man shall abide there, neither shall a man dwell in it. So it's Edom this time, but it's the same thing. That shows you that Esau controls modern day Babylon.
That's right. Oh, Psalms 137. That's, what can you do? Esau, what? You know what, man? I'm so glad I'm not an Edomite. I'm so happy I'm not an Edomite. And I know I'm don't tell you, don't know you might be an Edomite. That's a damn lie, because I can dance. I can dance my ass off. I can box. All right, I box just like Floyd Mayweather, all right? Okay? Go ahead.
Psalms.
I can skip rope. I can do all that stuff, man. Plus, the Edomite ain't going to get this knowledge, man. Because there was a spirit back in the day. I don't know about you newer brothers that came in, but a lot of these brothers, I know Gabar, the spirit was on him. Ricard, the spirit was on him. The spirit was on you. You know, the spirit was on me for about a second, man. You know? Because anytime, you know, you want to learn your tribe, you ask your mother about your father, you know, because most of your fathers is outside the household, and your mother says the same. Oh, he was light skinned, real. He had straight hair. He had blue eyes, and I think he was a white man. I think he was a white man. And you get it, but I got nervous for 1 second, man. For 1 second. Because you got to read the spirit of Jake compared to the spirit of Esau, man. Now, I can dance, man. I can dance. I can box. I move like Jake. My swagger's like Jake, all right? This brother's swagger's like Jake. That asshole Edomite slave, Hebrew of the Hebrews talking about he playing drums. Gabar play drums, circles around your ass. You crazy ass playing drums on your on your YouTube, man. It's crazy, man. But we're Jakes. This doesn't apply to us. We're going to be on top. Esau, you're going to be on the bottom. All right? You got a scripture?
This is Daniel's 12 and 10. Many shall be purified and made white and tried, but the wicked shall do wickedly, and none of the wicked shall understand. And the wise shall understand. But the wise shall understand. Salaki.
Now, you Edomites don't understand a damn thing, man. We have fun with you crackers. Every time I go on YouTube with my username and I go at it back and forth with an Edomite, it might be maybe 3 or 4 rounds, 4th round knockout, man, because you never come back. And that's the same thing with a lot of you people that claim you know the scriptures. If I go back and forth with you, it'll go maybe 3 or 4 rounds, 4th round, 5th round knockout. Okay? No TKOs, knockouts. Spiritual knockouts. Go ahead.
Deuteronomy 32, verse 29. Oh, that they were wise, that they understood this, that they were considered their latter end.
Yeah, you didn't consider your latter end. And I don't give a damn about you. Okay? I'm the boot that I'm going to be wearing on that day is going to be a mighty boot. And it's going to be stuck up in your ass sideways, okay? Go ahead.
Psalms 137, verse 7. Remember, O Lord, the children of Edom, in the day of Jerusalem, who said, race it, even to the foundation thereof. O daughter of Babylon.
There goes the link up. Now the brother said Edom and Babylon linked together, and they go hand in hand with Sodom and Gomorrah and the way Sodom and Gomorrah was brought down. Read that again, brother.
It says, remember, O Lord, the children of Edom, in the day of Jerusalem, who said, race it, even to the foundation thereof. O daughter of Babylon, who art to be destroyed. Happy shall he be that rewardeth thee as thou hast served us. Happy shall he be that taketh and dasheth thy little ones against the stones.
And that's plain and to the point. So you can't get around it, all right? Anybody else got a scripture? Anybody else? Going once, going twice, all right?
This is Jeremiah 50 and 24, because we know what's basically going on with this fucking kingdom. This is Jeremiah 50 and 24. I have laid a snare for thee And thou art also taken, O Babylon,